Wizna is a small Polish village located in the eastern reaches of the country, although it is sometimes called the Polish Thermopylae, as it is the place of a significant battle of World War II, where a Polish force of little over 700 men held off a German army consisting of 42,000 men and over 100 tanks, as well as air support. Prior to the battle, the area was set up as a defensive line, with fortifications stretching from Kolozieże in the north down to Grady Wonieszko in the south, with Wizna around the middle. The line ran 35 kilometers all the way from the border from East Prussia. The line was imperative for defending the northern route to Warsaw. Spots for the bunkers were picked carefully, with most of them overlooking the Narew River. Only 16 of the 60 planned were built. There was also trenches and machine gun nests built to defend the line, as well as anti-tank weapons, anti-personnel devices such as mines and barbed wire. The bunkers were also designed to be able to withstand whatever the Wehrmacht could throw at them. The concrete walls were 1.5 meters thick on average, reinforced by 20 centimeter thick steel plates. Wizna was originally manned by the 71st Infantry Regiment, but was reinforced by the 3rd Heavy Machine Gun Company from Osowik Fortress shortly after the outbreak of World War II. The Polish forces were still quite small, however, consisting only of 20 officers, 700 privates and NCOs, most of whom were conscripts. After the outbreak of World War II on September 1st, 1939, the German army began its advance from eastern Prussia towards Warsaw. On September 2nd, Władysław Rajnis was made commander of all troops within the area. He made the pledge to his men that he would not leave his post alive. On September 7th, the village of Wizna was captured by the German 10th Panzer Division, but their advance was halted after the remnants of the garrison blew the bridge on the river Narew. After retreating to the southern bank, even after dark, German infantry attempted to cross the river, but were repelled with heavy casualties. On September 8th, German commander Heinz Guderian of the 19th Panzer Division was sent to regroup with the 10th Panzer Division, who was still trying to break the Polish line. He reached them on September 9th, the forces now numbering 1,200 officers and 41,000 soldiers. The men were equipped with 350 tanks, 108 howitzers, 58 artillery pieces, 195 anti-tank guns, 108 mortars, 188 grenade launchers, 288 heavy machine guns, and 689 regular machine guns. By now, the Polish forces were dwindling and ammunition was running dry, but morale was still high. Leaflets were dropped ordering the remaining Polish soldiers to surrender, and that the rest of Poland had already fallen into German hands. But Władysław ordered his men to keep fighting. Around midday, the northern part of the line fell to the Germans after being encircled, and the forces began moving towards Wizna. The southern part also became a stalemate. While the Polish did not have enough anti-tank equipment left, the machine guns were proving effective in mowing down hordes of infantry. The trenches were eventually overrun, however, and at 6 o'clock, forces within them were forced to retreat to the bunkers, where they kept up the barrage of machine gun fire. Now only the middle of the line remained, Wizna. German artillery and mortars pounded the bunkers, but proved fruitless thanks to the superior design of them. By now, any hopes of receiving reinforcements from Osowik to the north were gone. Władysław and his men were ordered to retreat and regroup in Warsaw, but it was too late now. The isolated Poles fought hard in the night. Several assaults were repelled. By 11 o'clock, all but 2 bunkers had been completely destroyed, thanks to the assistance of German engineers and the tanks, which were now able to cross the river. Now, German commanders were threatening to execute Polish POWs if the remaining troops did not surrender. Fighting continued until 1:30 p.m. By now, 673 Polish soldiers had been killed and 40 were captured. A ceasefire was called, and Władysław, severely wounded, ordered his men to retreat. One soldier said, "The captain looked at me warmly and softly urged me to leave. When I was at the exit, I felt a strong gust and heard an explosion." Władysław had stuck to his word, and he would never leave his post alive. He'd commit suicide by throwing himself on his own grenade. The fate of all the retreating men is unknown. Some escaped, some went to Warsaw, some made it to Romania. Those who were captured were either shot or sent to prisoner of war camps. None made it before being beaten and mistreated first. The remaining areas, including Osijek, had already capitulated to the onslaught of the German Blitzkrieg. On October 6, 1939, Poland fell and was consumed into the Nazi Reich. Władysław Radzeniec would become known as a national hero, with a local primary school being named after him, and he would become the patron of the Polish scouting group in Białystok. The battle is sometimes referred to as the Polish Thermopylae, where the Spartan army of 300 held the ground against the Persian army of several hundred thousand. Żadna armia nie mogła wejść na ziemię chroniona polska ręka.